Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Thank you for being interviewed. All right, first question. What do you have to do to be successful in Miss Antonelli's class?
Miss Antonelli, she makes us, well, she don't make us. She tell us to be our best selves and do our best in class so we can do better and go to college and do what we got to do to be successful.
Okay.
In Miss Antonelli's class, you just have to be your best self and really pay attention in class, so then you get the essential understanding of everything she's trying to say.
I think that in order to be successful in Miss Antonelli class, you just have to focus and pay attention because she moves pretty fast and you always have to be your best self.
What is this be your best self thing? What does that even mean?
It's like leave all other attitudes or problems outside the door and always come in with a positive attitude and ready to learn.
Do you guys have anything to add to that?
Basically, what Talia said is just come in with a positive attitude every day and just be ready to learn.
So what if you come to school and you're mad? How do you somehow become your best self by the time you get to Miss Antonelli's class?
We pretty much have to leave the entire attitude at the door. Like she come in, when we come in, Miss Antonelli's always smiling. She always she make you leave it at the door. It's like a force field when you walk in. Like you gotta be your best self.
So when you're your best self, do you feel like you're more successful?
Yes, it makes you want to work harder.
It makes you actually want to learn.
Whoa, sorry. Can you say that again?
It makes you actually want to learn.
Gotcha. Next question. How do you see students interacting with each other in class? Or how do you interact with other students?
I interact with other students by really listening to the ideas that they say and trying to interpret the ideas that they say too.
I think that I challenge my partner, or they challenge me to always get the deeper meaning of what we're trying to say.
Can you repeat the question?
How do you interact with your peers in class?
We interact by like asking each other questions, clarifying things that we don't understand with each other, and like pretty much just talking, like working things out together.
And then what do you guys see as your role in the class?
Like our jobs that we have, or like
Because we do have jobs in our class.
Tell me about those.
Like, we actually run the class, like the students do. Like, there's a timekeeper, there's English teachers, paper passers, timekeeper, judge, jury, like, vocabulary. So we all have a job every week. So we keep each other accountable of what we have to do.
So do you feel like you are the ones who, I think you said this already,
Yeah, we
kind of
run the
run the class?
class.
So if you run the class, what does Miss Antonelli do?
She just helps us get, like when we read, she helps us understand what we're reading and like pushing us or challenging us to make whatever we're writing better.
Miss Antonelli does a lot. Like Miss Antonelli pushes us just like to do better. Period.
even though we really pretty much run a class, she still helps us. She like with the vocab, like she walk when the students walk around and help each other, she help us too. So it's not like it's only us helping each other. She gets the extra help for us.
What is, if Miss Antonelli was standing here and I were to ask her, what's the one thing you want students to be able to do by the time they leave your class? What do you think she would say?
She said get a 5 on your retellings, which is like understanding each characters and the big ideas of each text or set of pages that we read.
I would say to increase like 3 points on the ACT from like your pre-test.
To better understand like a 11th grade level reading text, and be able to do a retelling and get up to 3 points on the ACT increasing.
Okay. Why does this class matter?
Because English is life, and everywhere you go, like somebody's gonna have to read or try to just read.
So is that what motivates you to be your best self every day when you come in?
What motivates me to be my best self is like the great teacher that we have. Miss Antonelli, she is a great teacher, and I heard a lot of good things about her, like about how she will help us get best on the ACT, and like how she just help us do better in life.
Okay, what about the other two? What motivates you to be your best self when you come into this class?
I think what motivates me is that I want to go to college and I want to become something, and I don't want to just stay in this place that we are. Like, as blacks, they just don't think that we should get an education. So I feel like what motivates me is to just always be my best.
Didn't I answer that question?
You already answered it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not convincing me at all.
Oh.
So I want to know what's all this passionate, urgent, joyful stuff about? Are you guys passionate and urgent? And if so, like, how do you know?
I'm definitely passionate, urgent, and joyful because in this class I really don't get, like, my grades not the best, so I have to be passionate, urgent, and joyful because that's the only way I'm gonna get better at doing in this class and doing my best to do better in the class.
When I walk in and look at you, how will I know you're passionate, urgent, and joyful? Is it something I can see?
Kinda, but not really, because urgent is like you always raising your hand, always. You can see it because you can. I'm always participating when I can, when I know the answer, or even when I don't.
Okay, you got something to add?
Like, to be passionate, like, you just have to be happy and just like feel the lesson. Like, you have to feel the lesson in your heart and the way Miss Antonelli is teaching you.
I don't think that's true. I don't think what he said, because I feel like it's not about how you are. If you smile, are you excited about the lesson? It's about how much you try to understand it. Like, even if you're stuck, you still want to work through it to get a better understanding of it.
So sometimes you can't see that then, probably,
Yeah,
right?
you can. Most of the time you can.
Okay. So if you could change one thing about this class, what would it be?
That is first period. I want to change that.
Why?
Because I feel like everybody in here is smart, but it's first period, so we really don't care, and I feel like that's kind of bad because at all the other classes, they already had a class before this one, so they're already excited to learn, and us, we still sleepy, and especially on Mondays, so that's what.
But you just told me you were passionate.
Yeah,
So how can you be passionate and at the same time not care?
because then again, you have to be your best self, so all that stuff that you leave at the door, you gotta come in this nice positive attitude to learn something new every day.
So are you saying that you don't always do that every day? Or you feel like your classmates don't always do that every day?
I feel like my classmates don't do it every day.
What would have to change for them to do it every day, do you think? Okay.
One thing I change is also first period because it's kind of hard to come in class with your best self, because when you think of first period, you be like, oh, it's the first class, I mean, I gotta start learning and stuff. But like Miss Antonelli, like, I wouldn't switch her class for nothing because her class is the best class ever, and her class makes us learn a lot, and her class really pushes us.
Yeah, I'd say first period too because first period, it's like I'm tired. Like, we got a long day ahead of us, and it's like we in first period. So I still have to come in with my best self and be my best self because that's the only way I'm gonna be able to succeed or get better grades and do what I got to do to be better.
And I would say that Miss Antonelli really learns a lot from first period too, because throughout all her classes throughout all her classes after first period, it's like, oh, okay, I learned this about first period, so I'm gonna do this with my other periods, or I'm just gonna make this happen in my other periods.
I think that's all my questions. Thank you all so much.
No problem.
Goodbye.